This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
I agree. It probably would have worked better on Raw rather than here. Next up, it feels like a filler match. It's only 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And Meltzer says, even though it was short, it still managed to be the worst on the card. Curtis Axel pins R-Truth in 2:17. All the social outcasts are at ringside. Goldust comes out, trips Axel, throws Heath Slater into the barricade, and then throws Adam Rose into the ring. That distracts R-Truth, and Axel pins him with a schoolboy holding the trunks, and R-Truth is mad that Goldust has cost him the match. He gave it a dud rating. We haven't talked about Curtis Axel very much here on the show. The son of Mr. Perfect. A lot of people assumed he was going to be one of the chosen ones, especially when they did the stop and start with Paul Heyman as his manager. He has an Intercontinental title run, and people think he's going to do some big stuff. It doesn't quite happen. They tried again to do something with Social Outcasts, and they even had him and, the whole Mega Powers thing that he did with Damian Sandow, I think got great reactions, but he never really got a lot of momentum going again. Why do you think that is? I mean, this is a guy who, even when The Rock was wanting to come back, he wanted to work with Curtis Axel to work off some ring rust. So clearly his peers know, love, and respect him, but it doesn't feel like management saw much for him. What say you?
Well, that kid can work.
Yeah.
Under any circumstances, he can work. Now, what sounds bigger to you, Joe Hennig or Curtis Axel?
I totally agree. I never understood that.
Why not let a guy, and that's the problem. In second generation wrestlers, when you have a dad or a granddad for that matter, in your third generation, and they have all achieved great things in this business, why not build on that? Day one, walking out the gate, this is Joe Hennig, son of Mr. Perfect. And that's who he is, day one. You don't try to tell him he's somebody else with a different name. And that whole flimsy excuse of well, he's never going to be as good as his dad, so it's going to hurt him. Bullshit. If you know your dad, it's like if my dad was John Wayne, man, and I'm walking in a cowboy movie, I'm immediately going to get some interest versus if I'm plus one of the other cowboys that got shot off the roof last week.
All right. Yeah.
Let's say my dad is John Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm in a cowboy movie. Let's just see how I do. You're going to have a lot more of a jump start. You're going to have more interest, going to have more anything. And I think that was one of the mistakes because the guy had talent and he just did. But when you start him as someone else and you're always digging a hole and you let Heyman manage him for what had to be a very short time, right?
Yeah, just a hiccup.
It's almost like it's the audience in the audience mind. Well, Heyman gave up on the guy. The guy must not have all the things that looks like he has. But the guy was very talented, and you have to bring them in. When you have new talent, you have to bring them in and introduce them like stars. If the company doesn't look at them like they're a star, the audience is not going to look at them like they're a star. And I think that's the biggest mistake that was made with Joe.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.